make spirituality more practical. Because most of us are not operating in the spiritual realm. We're stuck in the physical realm. And we think everything that's happening is happening because of something we did physically. And we're not understanding the spiritual realm. And I want to help normal people. Like, I want to take spirituality and turn it into dollars and cents in my bank account.
For sure.
I want to take spirituality and manifest a motherfucking car that ain't gonna break down on me every 2
It's
miles.
almost like channeling like the heat makes steam, you know? So we're just densely oozing out this spirit. Now we're just channeling it to a medium to make things go up and down. You know what I mean?
Where all people can relate. Some people, again, most of my audience is not on my level. They have not done the study. They ain't done the research. So if I start talking to them up here, instantly they're gonna log off and go listen to some bitch who talking about bitch and witch and pussy popping. So that's why I'm the ghetto shaman. That's why God put me in this. Like if God wanted me to be rule and like thou shalt not, He would have made me a queen of four. I ain't queen of four.
Bruja.
I'm the bruja, the ghetto shaman. So helping people understand, like even in the Bible, God or Jesus said, I go by many names. It's the one becoming the many. All of us are witches and sorcerers and Ianifas and shamans and all of us are babalaos and, yayas. But we call it a different name. You call yourself Shaman Pierre. I call myself the ghetto shaman. He called himself Ceremonious One. I would say we're all shamans. You know what I'm saying? But some people will say, no, I'm not a shaman, I'm a this, or I'm not a priest, I'm a that, or no, I'm a witch, or I'm a bruja.
We call ourselves our masters.
So those that get caught up in the specific definitions of what they identify as versus the general aura of what you are subscribing to or omitting.
Exactly. And that's what I want to help people understand. Don't get so caught up in the terms because, to be honest, this language does not even transcend to the spiritual realm.
Okay. I hear everything you're saying. And
So
I love your passion. From aesthetic standpoint, creative direction, artistic, input and insight and experience, the best way to illustrate that, and hear me this one last time, is for them to understand you to be saying that without you actually saying the audible sound word of the word witch. And then, they're going to see it, they're going to see it, they're going to understand it, it's going to come out anyway when you don't.
These are the words that I use, though. This is how I talk. So
but that's not our word, Flower.
A lot of the words that we use are not.
Can you do some research on where that witch where it comes from? The word?
Research ain't our word. So what am I going to do? What are you asking me to do?
Anything.
We can repurpose anything.
I wish I had
research is not our word. That's not our original word.
They were colonizing
So they colonized us to now say research, but research ain't our word. We're not speaking in the meta-nature. If that was the case, then I would come on here and just speak in the meta-nature.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We still are actually calibrating a lot, is the point that you even are emphasizing or reiterating in saying what you're saying about the fact that research ain't even our word. We don't have that word.
So we have to use words that the audience can relate to, not just using words that we know, because I have elevated and I know I'm a yaya or I'm a high, but other
the strength
people,
of that word.
Again,
the strength of it.
Listen to what I'm telling you. My friends come back and tell me that people call me a witch, and that's why they don't fuck with me no more. Because Flower over there on some witchy shit. Witch please. Witch please, while you on your page talking about I just paid my rent and now I'm broke. Are you over there talking to your child, talking about motherfucker and mother?
Maybe they heard you say that about yourself.
No, ain't nobody heard me say that. I'm telling you, da1, this is, I mean.
Well, yeah, I hear what you mean.
I see
you hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But again, my audience are not the people that are elevating. My goal, my purpose is to bring those people that are going through traumatic situations, that are being triggered by situations that are happening in their lives daily because they didn't deal with childhood trauma. Those type of people ain't gonna relate to that type of
because their
conversation.
foundation isn't solid, that these things, these small words can trigger them to make them feel like
So that's the point I'm
collapsing
saying.
themselves.
Yeah, you want to be able to not turn them off and have them realize it without realizing is all I mean.
What I want to do is relate it all together.
You can do
bring
that
it all
better
together.
with slapping it with them the least.
So which is just one word.
It's one word.
There's
that
a
you
lot of
want to
words.
use the least.
Let me say this one. I would rather you call me a witch than call me a bitch.
Of course, and we
But
hear and now and we
and
hear
guess what?
that's
Guess
what you're saying.
I would rather be a witch or a bitch before you call me a broad.
Ain't nobody calling you none of that. We call you queen and goddess.
I'm telling you, this is what they call me here.
But we call you goddess and queen.
I'm not. Listen to who I'm here for, though. I'm here for the people out there that want to come in here.
And they're not gonna hear you if you turn them off with that word first. Is all I mean. So let's hit
That's
them with
not the first
I think
word,
that
and that's
kind
not
of
the
argument
only
let it be.
word.
This argument is not far from like you shouldn't curse at all. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I see it.
Exactly.
I see the
That's
fuller
why
type
I
of
like-
the
That's
structure
why
to
I'm
it.
not on Twitter. Right? Everybody keep telling me like, Flower, you can really do good on TikTok. Like, but you can't smoke on TikTok. You can't say this. I'm not finna edit myself or filter myself for nobody. I'm me. I'm who I am. I'm gonna speak the way God speaks through me. Now, God gonna speak and interpret things through you totally different. Cause guess what? The people I came here to save ain't the motherfuckers you came here to save.
And you are not a witch.
So that's only part of what I am.
I see.
I ain't a witch every day. I ain't a broad or a bitch every day.
You're
But
not
I'm
a
a
witch- you're not
bitch
a witch at all.
sometimes.
Mostly awesome.
But I'm a bitch sometimes. But I'm not a bitch all the time. But I know how to be a bitch. I'm not oh yeah all the time. But I know how to be oh yeah.
Word up.
I ain't a hoe. But I got hoe tendencies.
Come on, you can be what you want to be.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not really concerned with
Ain't
the
nothing wrong
words that you
But knowing
use.
how to do what you want to do. And you got to be able to be exposed as well as involved and versatile. I love you very much. I love this whole feeling right now because it's progressive.
Yes.
You know, that's actually a real bridge right there. And that's why I'm saying how delicate. I'm just...
And that's the bridge we have to mend, is that delicate bridge between religion and spirituality.
And you have to have some ratchet static in between it just to get their attention.
And you gotta have some people don't want to hear the truth. It ain't entertaining.
You gotta put a bunch of sugar on that shit.
If it ain't entertaining, ain't nobody gonna you gonna be talking to yourself.
I hear that. Just
You gotta be talking
keep that
to
in
yourself.
yourself. Keep that in mind. Divinity, you said spirituality and religion, but also in the same vein, interchangeable with those two words, religion and spirituality, is femininity and divinity.
Or femininity and masculinity.
Well, see, you got masculinity and femininity, and then you got divinity.
See, now in that sense, I'm not a man, but I know I got masculine energy flowing through
You got
me,
authority.
and I know how to tap into that energy.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody call me a man, like, I'm not gonna be offended by it, because it's like I do kind of like operate in a lot of masculine energy more than I tap into that feminine energy. So I could see why people would probably get that, but
Divinity.
I don't take it personal.
A
You know,
divinity
that's
is a
just-
lord. You know?
That's your perception of me, and it's like, what lens are you what lens are you looking through? Are you looking through the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs lenses, where the witch gave her an apple and she slept? You know what I'm saying? Like, what lens
Or
are you
wicked
looking
lens,
through?
you know what I'm saying?
Are you
Right,
looking
right.
through a wicked lens? Yeah, I was just saying the other day, do people understand how dangerous it is to make people believe in fairy tales? Like mythology. Like, people believe that God created Adam from dirt and then put him to sleep and took one of his ribs and physically made a woman. Now, if you ain't never seen that before, you can only believe it, right? And if you believe something like that actually ever happened and you've never seen it before, you're believing in a fairy tale. And that is dangerous. This is what creates crackheads and fucking alcoholics. Because they're trying to rationalize something that ain't gonna ever happen.
This is a dense Venn diagram of a frequency that can be applied to many things, especially with diet and disease. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, go hard with it. Vaccines, take your fucking pick. All this thing is like, yeah, our minds are powerful. So it comes with the neat dance of how much of our brother's keeper are we? Because we are a vessel, but we're not just us. We're us contingent on who we're around, and who we're around is the planet at all times. And how we always like level on this planet is the dance.
Yeah. And just learning to dance. Learning to dance. That's what I was like. We're a lot of people are conforming to rules and regulations that are being created by people that don't even follow. And then you really want to hold me accountable. Like, King James is I wouldn't say the author, let's say the composer of the Bible, right? And he made it a point to put in there, thou shalt not kill, right? He murdered his mother. King James, the composer of the Bible, had his mother murdered. Now, there's a lot of circumstances behind that.
He didn't even do it himself. Huh?
He didn't do it himself. He had someone else
do it himself.
He didn't. He thought his mother had his father, which she probably did. Mom had dad murdered. That's the story. And then he ended up. And he was a fact. He was.
I mean, that goes without saying.
He was a pedophile.
Come on, anybody going through all of that?
I was just talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about the Virgin Mary, right? So Mary was a virgin. Joseph was not. Or I'm not gonna say Joseph was not a virgin. In biblical days, how long did a woman stay a virgin? Mary had to be all of 15, 16 years old, y'all. How old was Joseph? Grown as fuck.
I'm on the tip of like, I think it is all a blur. First, the whole thing's a joke, but like, so Jesus had an older brother, younger brother, all that stuff, and I'm thinking like to revamp the Bible is like, Mary used to be a hoe. That's the old version. I'm a new version now. So the virgin and version is my way they play that shit out.
How did Adam and Eve go? I mean, Cain and Abel go find a wife.
Oh yeah.
If it started, let's back this up. Back up.
But then you met the Hotep niggas, and they have their own like history of everything, and then
that history sound. So are the Hotepers going by that Yaku?
They have a lot of Yaku within.
And if you think about it, Yaku is the same as Jesus. God gathered the earth, some clay, some dirt, and then he fashioned it. I'm sure he would have had to shape the freaking dirt before he breathed the breath of life into the dirt. Then you got Yaku, who created man on that potter's wheel. But even, who is the guy in the Kemetic? You've seen him in the Kemetic pantheon, and he's on a potter's wheel. His name is, start with a K. I want to say K-H.
Couldn't tell you.
But he fashioned man on a potter's wheel. It's just being recycled, and you ain't never seen a man fashioned on them. Well, let's say this though.
That's too big.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty of it. AI. We are creating man in our own image.
Oh, damn right.
On a potter's wheel.
Yes.
So I'm inclined to believe. This is what I said. If Adam gave birth to Eve, he was a woman, and he had transgendered and turned himself into a man.
He split his gender.
He was a transsexual.
He was a hermaphroditic spirit, and he was like, you know what?
No, what if he was a woman first though? Because now you got women that turn themselves into men, and you got men that turn themselves into women.
But bees can turn themselves into female bees, so like there is like a gender switch in nature.
Yeah, frogs as well.
So maybe God, in the spiritual sense, is like, all right, I can't be all awesome. Let me break myself out.
If you look at it, God is omnipresent in a sense to where like the nothing, the something recognized itself within the nothing and said, I am. And I am was everything. I am everything that is, everything that was, and everything that is to be. But guess where it came from?
So in that, I find a neat analogy is like how the yin yang encompasses God nothingness, but the most saturated example of yin yang is Baphomet.
Okay.
Because it shows the man and woman together, as above, so below, which is the same as yin and yang, just a different lens on it. But the Baphomet's so triggering. And yin yang is some peaceful. So I just find that's a weird dance between that.
Exactly. And helping people to understand and relate those two. Because it's not, we look at Baphomet as like, what is that? The goat. Well, now it's
wicked lands.
Wicked, but the goat.
Yeah, right. It has a goat head.
The goat head, like you know, and now a lot of the celebrities are wearing that. Even y'all seen Snoop with the Baphomet?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not surprised at all.
Snoop got the Baphomet. He had it at the Olympics, and he was like, "Oh, it's because they called me the goat. They called me the goat." And it's like, well, why you didn't get a goat?
Either way, like, that was their idea. He already knew what not to refute.
What zodiac sign is a goat? Aries or Capricorn?
Water goat is the water goat.
Capricorn?
Yeah, water goat.
Capricorn is the goat.
Water goat, yeah.
The water Capricorn, right?
Yeah, water goat.
The Capricorn.
Goat. Yes.
Okay. Why you didn't put a Capricorn? Like as the goat? Or why you didn't get like a Billy Goat necklace? Or like, why you get the Baphomet? But to be honest, this information, like the people who are feeding us all this positive, negative and shit, they know the truth. And as long as they're feeding it to us, it's like however you assume to assimilate it, whatever lens you choose to look through it, that's how you choose to look through it. This one conclusion I came up with. Murder, road rage, death, premature death, abuse, none of that's going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. It's going to always be here. It's part of the everything.
It's like wind creating jobs.
It's a balance. We need it. Like I say all the time, I need every hoe on the corner. I need every bitch to show up on her block.
That's fighting.
Because if you don't show up on your block, bitch, and I walk down your block, they might think I'm you.
What?
I need every hoe to show up.
No. You don't show up on your block,
they might think,
and I walk down your block.
They might think I'm you. And now you got niggas honking their horn trying to pick me up.
I resonate with that. I can resonate with that, dog.
I like that.
Yeah.
Add on to that is like also they're doing the good Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? If whoever need to get that tension off might have had some road rage or some shit, like there are filters from the ethers.
And that used to be an honorable position. We used to call them geishas, and they lived in, so the king would have geisha houses. And before he sent warriors off to war,
got him right.
No, I would send my man.
Send the equilibrium.
I would send my man through the geisha house before he go to war. Because
unless you're a geisha.
Because unless I'm a geisha, I don't know what I'm a wife. I'm not a geisha. My man need to go see the geisha before he go to war. And when he come back from war, he need to go see the geisha again before he come home to me. So she can decompress him before he come home. And this was honored. Like me as a wife, I had a relationship with the geisha. Like, you know what I'm saying? I made sure that when my husband brought brownies, it was chocolate chips and walnuts in her brownies because she don't like pecans. She like chocolate chips and walnuts in her brownie. So when I was sending my man off to war, I made sure he had a sack for himself and a sack for our geisha. And now we had our rituals that we did together to ensure he would come home to me, you know, and he would be safe and he would love me while he's out there. But she had a job to do too. And us as wives, we honored that. And now we demonize.
My knees ain't strong enough for that.
Yeah, exactly. We got, I be saying somebody gonna have to do it, and I ain't. So, and now we demonize that, and we look at these women as like, you know, even drugs. Like, I mean, to do some of the things they got to do, they probably gonna need some hardcore crack or coke or meth or I don't know because I don't do that. I'm not a geisha, so I don't know what a geisha needs. But she might need heavy liquor,
opium or something.
Opium. She gonna need these things. So, and now we demonize drugs. But what if drugs were ran like through a community center? Like where like crackheads,
it's like that in ways.
Meth heads. Yeah, there is a state in a state in the United States that all drugs are legal. and like you go to like I don't know, I forgot where.
I wonder what state that is.
Like a community
I'm trying to be
center
over there, see,
where
just-
you would
just
go
experience
through.
it.
They even have like
Portland, I think.
like I want to say
Might
it's
be
like Mortland, where they have like little
I just came from Portland.
stalls that you could go in and do your drugs, but they would only stay for like the stall would only be active for like 5 or 10 minutes. That way, if you overdose in there, now the doors is open and we see you like this, and we could go in there and help you, as opposed to you hiding in the bathroom and then 5 hours later we discover a corpse. As opposed to no, you right there on Pine Avenue and 3rd, and the doors then flew open and you in there. Overdosed, and now we got it's Narcans up in that thing where we can administer a Narcan. You know, like that seems so much better than what we doing now.
Hey, I thought we was waiting to go meditate. I was ready to go do
I'm
that
about to be in
I'm
trouble.
OT right now.
Kill me.
That's the sex, folks.
on everything. Cause look, yo, I was gonna get some errands.